Right, in this video, this is a box set of a series of films that I have actually seen. So I've seen all 8 films that are in this set, but I thought I don't own any of them. It's quite a few years since I've seen them all. I've never really watched them in any sort of bingeable order. I saw them when it came out. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to pick it up, add it to my collection. But more excitingly for me, because I am a sucker for special features, is these films have loads of them. So you see all this yellow stuff here, this is all the special features. It is the 8-movie collection of the Friday the 13th film series. Now I know people are going to go, well, all of them aren't in there because there's more than 8. There's Jason Goes to Hell, and there's Freddy versus Jason, and there's the Friday the 13th remake, and I get it. But these are the sort of, these are the Paramount ones. Sometimes I think, well, was the first one a Paramount movie? I honestly can't remember, but Paramount clearly own the rights to these now because they're all here in this box set. So these are like the first 8 Friday the 13th movies before they went over to New Line and we got Jason Goes to Hell and Freddy's Dead and stuff. So yes, I know there's some missing, but it's fine. I can always pick them up individually if I wish. There is a box set in the US, I believe, which is a big beast of a box set. I would love that, but it's not available here in the UK. Now, apparently this set, which is UK bought, is region free. So for those of you in the US who, for some reason, don't have the crazy money to pay for the really fancy, funky box set, you could pick this one up. I haven't looked to see what the packaging's like inside. I mean, we've got 8 films in here, and it's quite... it's not much bigger than a standard Blu-ray box, to be fair, so I'm guessing these are packed pretty tight. So we got a cardboard slip cover. We open it up, and what do we get? Well, firstly, obviously it goes without saying that in this box set you get Friday the 13th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So there's that. The curiosity for me is, and I will check this before I finish this video, is there the option to watch Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D? It doesn't mention it anywhere in this box set that you can do, but I'm going to check the disc and I will put a graphic over the top to say yes, you can watch 3D on this disc, or no, you can't. There doesn't seem to be any glasses included in this, but you could probably go online and find these glasses. I know that there is a version of this where you can actually get the glasses with it, but whether this is the set, I don't know. So we get Friday the 13th Part 3, Friday the 13th Final Chapter. We get 2 films on this one, which is kind of cheeky. We get Part 5, The New Beginning, Part 6, Jason Lives. And on the final disc, Part 7, New Blood, and Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. So if you look at the packaging, it's very basic. It's just discs. There's no fancy art. There's no fancy gatefold or anything like that. But the reason you want this is A, because they're Blu-rays, but B, because of the sheer amount of special features that you get on this. So I'm not going to give you a complete rundown, but I'll try and give you as much of a quick overview of the special features that are on this set. So the first movie, so Friday the 13th, the classic one, this is an uncut version of this. I don't know what the difference is on the cut versions to the uncut. I will try and look that up, and I will install a graphic on this to tell you how many minutes or something there is different. You also get a commentary by Sean Cunningham, the director, and a cast and crew commentary. That is the same commentary. There's a whole bunch of featurettes. There's Return to Crystal Lake, which is the making of Friday the 13th. There's a Friday the 13th reunion. There's something called Fresh Cuts, New Tales from Friday the 13th. The Man Behind the Legacy, Sean S. Cunningham, bit of a featurette there. There is Lost Tales from Camp Blood, Part 1. Now, Lost Tales from Camp Blood is something that runs through the remainder of these discs. So you'll hear Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and so on mentioned. There are the vintage featurettes, which I bet they're quite interesting. The Friday the 13th Chronicles and Secrets Galore Behind the Gore. We then move on to Friday the 13th Part 2, the one when he had the sack on his head. Special features are a little bit limited on this one. Inside Crystal Lake Memories. Friday's Legacy, Horror Conventions, Lost Tales from Camp Blood Part 2, which I'd mentioned, and Jason Forever. No commentary on Part 2. Part 3, we get a Fresh Cuts 3D Terror, which that makes me curious about whether this film does have the 3D option on it, because there's a featurette talking about it. Legacy of the Mask, slasher films going for the jugular, and Lost Tales from Camp Blood Part 3. Part 4, the final chapter, we get more special features on this one than we have on the previous ones, on the first one. Commentary by Joe Zito, the director, screenwriter Barney Cohen, editor Joe Goodman, fan commentary by Adam Green and Joe Lynch, Friday the 13th Chronicles, Friday the 13th Part 4, Secrets Galore Behind the Gore, Tom Savini on Part 4, Lost Tales from Camp Blood Part 4, Slash Scenes with commentary by Joe Zito, Jason's Unlucky Day, 25 years after Friday the 13th, the final chapter, The Lost Ending, The Crystal Lake Massacres Revisited Part 1, Jimmy's Dead, Dance Moves. Sounds like a weird sort of featurette on that one. Part 5, A New Beginning. We get a commentary by director / co-screenwriter Danny Steinman with cast and crew. Friday the 13th Chronicles Part 5, Lost Tales Camp Blood Part 5, The Crystal Lake Massacre Revisited Part 2, The Making of Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. So the Crystal Lake Massacres Revisited and the Lost Tales from Camp Blood feel like they are longer featurettes that have just been chopped up to obviously sit in the relevant movie special features list. So we get Part 6, Jason Lives. We get another commentary. I'm loving the commentaries on these things. Commentary by writer-director Tom McLaughlin. Commentary by Tom McLaughlin with cast and crew. Friday the 13th Chronicles Part 6, Lost Tales from Camp Blood Part 6, Crystal Lake Massacres Revisited Part 3, Jason Lives, The Making of Friday the 13th Part 6, Meet and Mr. Voorhees, and Slashed Scenes. Now we're in the home stretch now, guys and girls. We get Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. Commentary by director John Carl Buechler and actors Lar Park Lincoln and Kane Hodder. The Friday the 13th Chronicles Part 7, Secrets Galore Behind the Gore, John Carl Buechler on Part 7. Jason's Destroyer, The Making of Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. Mind Over Matter, The Truth About Telekinesis. Makeover by Maddie, Need a Little Touch-Up Work, My Ass. Yes, that's what the thing says. And Slashed Scenes. We do not get any special features for poor old Jason Takes Manhattan. But I am sure that you agree that for just over 20 quid, it is a pretty decent set. And the packaging isn't fancy, but the amount of movies that you get in here, so you get 8 films, the amount of commentaries, and the featurettes, hopefully they're quite long featurettes. If you've never seen the Camp Crystal Lake Memories documentary, I highly recommend checking it out. It is probably one of the longest making ofs or retrospectives you've ever seen, but it is also one of the best. So I would highly recommend that, and I'm glad that they've included some bits and pieces of that documentary in here. So what do you think? Is this a box set you own? Is it a box set you'll get? It's region free, so that's pretty good. And now I'm going to stop this video, go off, and I'm going to check to see if in fact you can watch it in 3D.